Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm showing you the new changes that Ray's made during the summer. The three sections that they changed the most was the beginner, sport, and expert section. In the beginner section, they made it more beginner friendly, and they really focused on allowing beginners to progress from beginning skills to intermediate skills to the advanced skills. And people who's used to riding the sports section, they changed up lines. Now it's like a new trail again and added some really cool new features. In the expert section, they changed a few things and took some things out that weren't really working. So sit back, let's take a look at the new changes. Last season, this section had several features that were intimidating to newer riders. This season, this section focused on skill building, with the first skill being bike handling, weaving in and out of rocks, trying to stay between two lines. I really like what Ray's did with this section. Each of the features in this section now works on building skills to allow you to progress into other sections of the park and also help build skills that you can take out onto the trail when it's summertime. I really think this is a good idea, and I hope to see more riders in this section progressing their skills. Last season, these jumps had an off-angle approach. This season, they reworked it, and so now the approach is straight on, and it really helps newer riders with their jumping skills or getting confident on jumps. I like practicing jumps here because it's really easy and forgiving if I make a mistake. To this day, I cannot do this log skinning. I always fall off right at the end, and it's always so frustrating. One of these days I will get this. When you want to test your skills on your skinnies, you can come down to this section. It has many different options, going from basics to more advanced. I always choose this line because it's always a little challenging, practicing my bike handling skills and working on my balance. You can try any different combination, and you can really work on your skills here. This section used to have a drop and jump section. It was more challenging and more difficult for beginner riders. Now they put in a progressive jump, so when you're done with jumping the smaller jumps, you can progress over to here and work on a larger jump. Now that you saw the beginner section, we're going to jump over to the sports section. I'm going to show you how to get there from here, so you know how to flow around the park, and also when you want to jump into more advanced skills, you can easily get there without getting lost. Since Ray's is a one-directional park, you have to follow this path to get to all the lines in the sports section. That doesn't mean you have to do a loop after loop after loop to get to the different areas or different lines that you want to hit. However, if you're struggling with a line, it's easy to get back to that line and really work on it over and over and over. This is how you really will progress your skills, and this is what the idea of Ray's had, so you can session things and get better and take it out onto the trails. If you visited Ray's last season, you noticed that the bridge that used to go into the sports section is completely gone. They lowered it down, made this flat section, so this is how you get to most of the trails. Also, instead of doing a loop to go back around, you can go right back to the deck where you started from. This allows you to session this section a lot more quickly. If you had a favorite skinny in the sports section, don't worry, a lot of the skinnies are still there. You just approach them from a different direction. And also, if you weren't really good at one, you can practice going over and over. As you can see, I keep looping this one section trying to work on the different lines. One of my favorite new features in this sports section is this on and off. I really would like to try to manual the whole thing by the end of the season. When you're ready to try out the expert section, instead of going left up to the bridge, you continue straight and you will go through a spiral. This will get you into the expert section, and this is where you will have different lines. These lines are a little longer and a little bit more challenging than the sports section, but a lot of great fun. One thing I find interesting is how they changed this lineup this year. Before, you would just end at this end of this line. However, on this year, you can either end the line by going back up on the deck, or can loop it back through. Looping it back through gives you many different options, and also different lines you can choose, and it makes it different each time you go through it because you can always choose a different way, or combo it through and have it even more different choices. It's really added to the length of the track, and it also makes it more fun, I think. For the longest time, I avoided every trail that had a skinny or bridge on it. I was never comfortable. I always got really sketched out and thought I was going to fall off. One thing about Rays, it really helped me with those skills. Now I'm hitting those trails. I'm still a little sketchy on some of the different skinnies and different areas and different bridges, but I really have come a long way from when I started working on skinnies at Rays. And I'm really thankful that they have this place for the off season to really build up my skills. One of the features that were removed was the sideways rotating teeter-totter. It used to give a lot of people trouble, and I don't think a lot of people rode it, so they took it out and changed up the lines. Now I'm going to take you over to my favorite trail at Rays. It's a green cross-country lap. Now this can be a very fast lap, or it can be a slow lap, depending on your skill level. Some people just jump on this and just pump out mile after mile after mile, building up a good strong base for the race season, or just to beat their friends on the trail next season. And also if you're trying to really just have fun and push the edge and get really good at going fast, this is also a great trail to do, because you can really hit big jumps, you can do a lot of different things on it, and you can speed it up. I like it because it's the closest thing I can do to simulate a downhill bike park. It's not the best, but it's the best thing you can do for indoors, and it really helps me get prepared for the next season. One of the biggest changes for me this season have been the changes to the cross-country jumps. These jumps used to be a little smaller, and also some of the jumps weren't here, and also they took out the hip that used to be here. Now it's a little longer, which allows you to go at them harder and not overshoot. And I have overshot those before, so I'm really happy with the length of them. I just don't have them dialed in. And the hip, I never got right, and it really never set me up really well for the jumps that are after them. So this year, I think I'm going to have a really fun in this section and really kill these lines once I get better at my jumping. This video is late coming out because I've been sitting down with Sky Spaghetti and Retroactiv to work on my techniques, on my editing, and how to improve my YouTube channel. I really want to provide the best quality content I can to my viewers and my subscribers. And I would really like to grow this channel, and they've both been really supportive in this channel and of me. I will link the YouTube channels down in the description, and also I hope you check out Ray's. Ray's is a wonderful place and a great day of riding, and also you can make it into a long weekend. And if you like this video, give me the thumbs up. If you want to see more of my videos, hit that subscribe button. And as always, keep finding MTB Zen.